but...
No, I mean, in fact, you steal our taxes to come around and abuse people's rights. He is, because he's trying to physically remove me. He threatened to physically remove me. You said you are going to assist them.
I said we can assist. The law
You
allows us to do that.
cannot.
Of course it does.
You cannot.
Of course it does.
You cannot. I think that you have the authority to deal with. It has to go through the Information Commissioner office. So it's outside of your remit. So I'm not going to bother you with it.
Okay. So you're just going to sit here and record, or did you want to talk to one of the members of staff? Or was it
I've already spoken to the members of staff, but they don't seem to be taking on board anything that I've given them advice on.
so what was your queries today?
No queries, advice.
What was your advice?
The fact that the G4S security shouldn't be handling personal information, they don't have the correct training. I have word from DWP on that. And just the way that they were speaking to claimants when I came in and I was recording some information on the leaflets, and I could overhear the way that they were talking to a claimant was very rude, condescending, and just generally disgusting. Not the way you would expect a government employee to talk to a citizen. It was very rude, so I said to them that that's unacceptable, and I will be reporting that to the appropriate person, who will be the MP for the DWP. I'll be reporting that directly to them.
That's the correct way to go
Absolutely,
with it,
yeah. So I was just recording, and then they said, you need to stop recording. I said, no, it's a public place, I can record here. And they said, well, they're going to call the police. And I said, well, if they're going to waste your time to get you here, I'm not going to make you waste your time then looking for me. I'll wait for you, so you can tell them that I'm in a public place, I can record, you can't kick me out, and then we can all move on with our day.
It's not with our times, but obviously if you've got a right... So are you a customer? So,
there's no customers, there's claimants.
So are you dealing with...
No, I just came in to have a look around at the information on the boards and stuff and see how this job centre was handling people's data, something that I'd taken interest in, government bodies.
Can I just ask, are you recording?
I am, yes.
Okay, so we're also recording.
There we go, finally got there. I was going to pull you up on that because it was a bit late on that one.
Okay.
You should have told me as soon as you turned your camera on.
Were you recording conversations with...
No, I was recording information in a conversation I overheard. The camera might have picked it up, I'm not sure. But even if it did, they shouldn't be having that conversation in a public place, should they?
Okay. Obviously, there's an expectation of privacy if claimants are sitting at the desk over there. It's a sort of cordoned off area.
No, it's not cordoned off at all, though, is it?
There's privacy screens.
Yeah, but I wasn't there. I was at the desk where all that public information. So the issue there comes. Right, if I'm recording, if I'm not recording, okay, and I overhear a private conversation and I overhear private details, that's still a data breach, whether I've recorded it or not. The fact that I've heard it is the data breach.
I'm really interested in data breaches.
I am. I really am.
It's not our business.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said to you as the ICO. That's why I didn't really want to bother you with it.
You've been asked to leave by staff, so you have to leave.
I haven't been asked to leave at all.
Do you want this gentleman to leave?
Don't solicit a trespass. What? Don't solicit a trespass and nod your head. Who are you? What's your collar number there?
We begin inside a government building where the auditor is raising concerns about sensitive personal information being left visible to the public instead of addressing the data privacy issue. Staff immediately focus on his camera. This is a familiar pattern. The complaint itself becomes secondary to the act of filming. From the outset, the tension is not about privacy protection, but about control over recording.
1798.
1798
told me he's asked you to
and
leave.
CN22. Well, he's lied to you then. He's lied to you. It's all recorded on camera, so he's lied to you.
Yeah, he's saying he's never been asked to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just confirm that that's his leave.
You've asked me to stop recording.
And you continue to record.
Yeah, you never once asked me to leave.
Okay, so can we just confirm? No longer
So you're still soliciting a trespass?
Can you just confirm to me, for his benefit, because there's obviously a bit of debate over this, is he welcome on the premises or not?
No. If he can leave because he's refusing to stop recording us.
Can't really be clearer than that.
Okay. In that case, is that something that you two can get involved in?
Well, you're not trespassing.
Is that a police matter?
We will assist him in removing
It's a
him, yes.
civil issue. You don't have the power.
We will assist him in
That's a
removing
civil
him.
issue.
Sorry, I'm not going to argue this with you. We will assist him in removing you. I'm aware it's a civil matter. I know what I'm doing.
Well, you clearly don't.
We will assist him in removing you.
Okay.
And we will use reasonable force to do that.
You don't have the power to do that. This is not my first rodeo here, Constable.
I get your auditing, it's fine.
It's not, exactly.
I know what I'm doing and I know my
You really
rights.
don't, clearly, because you're threatening to put hands on me.
So, there's an easy way to do this and there's a difficult way.
Yeah, the easy way is for you to understand your remit.
Right. So what's your intention? You're just going to sit here all afternoon?
Once you've told them that I'm okay to record in a public place...
There's no issue. He said that to me. He knows that you're allowed to record.
So then why is he trying to trespass me for exercising a human right? No, but he has given me a reason. He's told me the reason I can't be here is because I'm recording, which is a breach of my human rights.
The first thing he said to me was, I know it's not illegal,
Okay.
So he knows
But,
it's not illegal.
okay, so you know what Article 10 of the Human Rights Act
Right.
is?
So it's not illegal to film.
No.
But
Okay.
if they don't want you to do it,
Okay.
they're within their rights to ask you to leave.
What was your oath? Can I ask you that, Constable? Did you not
No.
take an oath to uphold the human rights of citizens of this country?
Sir.
Not government bodies, citizens.
Right. You're aware that you're trespassing now?
Civilly.
Yes, it's a civil matter.
Yes.
But you're aware that the occupier of the premise can use reasonable force to remove you?
The occupiers, you
Yes.
cannot.
And that we can assist the occupiers.
No, you
in doing
cannot.
so. Yes, we
No,
can.
you cannot.
Yes,
There is
we
case
can.
law from the
Right.
from the Court of
Okay.
Appeals that disagrees with you.
We
You
can-
put hands on
we
me and
can
I
use
will take you
reasonable
to court.
force to prevent a breach of the peace.
But it's not a breach of the peace.
Right.
You're breaching my peace.
Okay.
I'm sat here peacefully. I had a very
Are you
pleasant
guys
conversation
supporting
with the
that?
security.
Yeah. So you can use reasonable force to remove this gentleman, and we can be here to prevent a breach of the peace. Okay. So would you like to do that?
Bear in mind, your G4S policy states not to put hands on people unless in self-defence. If you put hands on me, you will be fired from your job. It is not in G4S policy to put hands on anybody.
Quickly, and the tone shifts. An officer suggests they will assist security in removing him. This is where the legal nuance becomes critical. In most circumstances, trespass inside a public office is a civil matter, not a criminal offense, unless aggravated by additional unlawful behavior. The auditor challenges the officer directly. What power allows you to use force here? The room tightens as jurisdiction and lawful authority are put under scrutiny.
Unless it's in self-defence. I don't want to get you in trouble. You've been very polite to me. I am just giving you a warning that they are putting you in a position that you are going to lose your job for.
Listen, let's just do it peacefully.
Okay.
Because we're all adults.
Okay.
Let's just
You're very polite and I really respect that, so I'm going to lower my tone with you, okay? I don't want these constables to put you in a position that you're going to lose your job for, because I will file a complaint and I will make sure that you lose your jobs if you put hands on me.
We're happy to leave.
Your
but
company-
he's going to sit here until you close.
Your company policy states that you are not to get physical,
Then you can use reasonable force to remove him.
and they will get fired for it because their company policies. Their company policy. I'm not listening about the law. I know what the law is. I know that they can use reasonable force. Yes, but they will lose their job. You're putting them in a position to lose their job because their policies say not to get physical unless it's self-defence.
And if they can make their own decision as to what they want to
Well, then I'm trying to advise them because the lady has been very polite, and I'm trying to not get them fired here.
Cooperate with them. If she's been nice to you, why don't you just cooperate?
Because it's not about how polite somebody is being, it's about the fact that they need to understand that they cannot refuse citizens their human rights in public places.
Okay, so are you
Okay.
happy with
So
that now?
the options
No,
are-
because they clearly don't understand, because they're still trying
So,
to...
like you said, you are going to raise...
Legally you can, but your policy, your company policy will get you fired for it, sir.
All what we are asking
Yes.
to leave.
Okay.
If you finish whatever you have to do,
Mm-hmm.
from the very beginning, we were showing you politeness.
Yes, you have, and I like to think I've been polite to you as well. I haven't raised my voice at you. I let you know of data breaches that were going on politely, and then I had a very polite conversation with you, and I've not raised my voice at you. I've not been aggressive towards
What we are
you.
saying is if you haven't got any appointment or you haven't got anything, because before you have to film, you need their authority or you need their permission.
The memo from the DWP says different, sir, and this is what I tried to tell you when I arrived, when I tried to tell the manager. There is a memo from the DWP that says that we are allowed to record in public places, and there is nothing legally they can do apart from serve an injunction, and they have to go through the court to serve an injunction. Otherwise, they cannot stop it. If this was an appointment-only building, which it's not, some job centres are appointment-only, this one is not, then that would not be classed as a public place. This one, the public can come in, have a look at the notice boards, and I can come and look at that information.
Calculated move. The auditor speaks directly to security guard rather than the officer. He warns that physically assisting in removal could breach company policy and potentially risk employment. This introduces psychological pressure into the equation. The guard is now caught between police instruction and corporate liability, a subtle but powerful shift in leverage.
This is a public place, and I'm allowed to record here, sir. Okay, and I don't want to put... You have been polite, and I don't want to put you in a position where you get physical with me, and you end up losing your job.
I'm not going to put myself into that kind of...
Good, and I'm glad that you're not going to
about
do
this
that.
kind of recording. All that we have to tell you is that it's not allowed with that
Okay,
information.
and I
That's what
disagree.
we said
I
to you.
disagree, and if the manager would get the memo, and I could show you, because I'm aware of the memo, I have a printed copy at home. I didn't bring it with me today. I have a printed copy of it, and it says in the first 4 sentences, people are allowed to record in public places. there is no law against recording in public places, and that basically the DWP cannot stop people from recording. I'm talking very nicely here. I'm done with you. I'm talking very nicely here.
That's not being disputed.
Well, it clearly is, because they're kicking me out because I'm recording, so it is being disputed, isn't it?
So he said he knows it's not illegal. You're allowed to record.
So why is he kicking me out for it
You're no
then?
longer welcome on the premises.
Why?
It's separate from.
It's
the fact
not.
that
It's
you're allowed
not.
to
If
record
he
or
had just
not.
asked me to leave without giving me a reason, yes. But because he stated it's because I'm recording, that is a breach of Article 14 of my human rights. And you have an oath to uphold my human rights, Constable. You have an oath. You have an oath. Do you want to know how many constables I have up on disciplinary charges? How many times I'm suing the Met Police? Do you really want to know?
I don't recognise you.
No, you
You
don't.
mustn't be that followed.
I don't.
You're not AB.
No, I'm not AB. You're right.
I thought
I'm
this
quite
whole
well
thing
followed.
was sort of like falling off.
I'm quite well followed.
How many followers?
More than you.
I'm not on YouTube.
Oh, exactly.
so
There you go.
You do.
Yeah, about 40,000 at the moment.
But they only done this at police station.
Yeah.
Any government body.
Police
Any
stations are
government
getting
body.
Yeah, so you come job centre.
Any government body. I've been doing job centres since before I was doing police stations, my friend.
Um,
Government bodies.
You find interest in this?
I do find an interest in it. I find an interest in holding our government to account. That's what I find an interest in. I think it's highly important. I think it's a duty of a citizen to hold our government to account.
Like you said, they're being
They are, and I'm being very polite with them back. Yeah, and I'm being very polite with them back. But being polite and disagreeing are two separate issues. You can disagree with somebody while being polite, but they are because they're trying to kick me out, and that's where we're disagreeing. Is the fact that they are trying to kick me out for exercising a human right. And that is a violation of Article 14. I'm exercising Article 10, and kicking me out because I'm exercising Article 10 is a violation of Article 14. Okay?
The debate pivots toward human rights principles, specifically freedom of expression and the right to gather information in the public interest. The auditor maintains that internal policy does not override statutory law. The officer grows visibly frustrated as repeated instructions to leave are met with calm legal reasoning. The conflict is no longer physical. It's conceptual, policy versus law.
Do you understand that? You took an oath to our human rights. You should know what our rights are.
I do know the rights.
So what other articles are there? Because you know your rights so well.
I'm not going to list them out right now.
You give me one or two. Give me anything from your oath, other than the fact you've oathed to uphold our rights. Anything else from your oath?
Do you work, sir?
Pardon?
Do you have a job?
Do you have a job?
Yes,
No,
this is my job.
it's not a job.
What pays my
You
bills?
scrounge off citizens. That's what you do.
Oh, right. Well, yeah. I mean, I suppose you could say the police pay scales is scrounging. Yeah. But
No, I mean the fact that you steal our taxes to come around and abuse people's rights. He is because he's trying to physically remove me.
That's a no, then.
He threatened to physically remove me. You said you are going to assist them.
I said we can assist. The law
You
allows us to do that.
cannot.
Of course it does.
You
Of course
cannot.
it does.
You cannot. There is case law.
We can use common law to prevent breach of peace. Use
But
reasonable force to
what's the
prevent
breach of the peace here?
Well, there isn't one at the moment.
Exactly.
That's why I'm not doing anything.
Exactly. So yes, you do have that power, but
Thank
you
you.
have
I'm
to
glad we
be.
agree.
But you have to be. It has to
glad
be.
we
It
agree.
has
I
to
know
be
what I'm
a
talking
breach
about.
of the peace. But why bring it up if there's not a breach
Well,
of the
there has to be a
peace?
reasonable prospect. A
And
genuine, honest
what's
belief
the
that a
reasonable
breach of peace
prospect?
is about to occur.
And what's the reasonable prospect?
Well, there isn't one at the moment.
Exactly. So why mention it?
But if they were to ask you to
That's
remove
like
them and
saying
start struggling with
that's
them-
like saying I have the power to do a citizen's arrest. It's not appropriate in this situation. So why would I mention it? You don't have the power. Is not appropriate.
There's
So
been
why
no
mention it?
offence committed, so
Exactly.
it's
So
not
why
relevant.
exactly?
Yeah.
But there's no breach of the peace. So why mention it?
Because
You want to flout your fucking
You didn't let me
ego.
answer.
You want to flout your ego is what you
Don't
want to
swear
do.
here.
You want to flout your ego is what you want to do.
I want to move on to the next job.
Well, go then.
People
Bugger
that need our
off.
help. All right.
Bugger off then.
But we're here.
Oh, bugger off
because you're
then.
causing a scene.
I'm not causing a scene. You're causing a scene.
We've been called here. We can't just ignore the call.
Well, no, you've come. You've attended the call.
Yeah.
You've said
No,
there's no
we're here,
offence.
and
There's
I'm
no.
waiting for these people to decide what they want to do.
But your oath is to the citizens, not to the corporations or to the government. Your oath is to the crown of this country, not the government, and your oath is to uphold the rights of citizens. Okay, not to uphold the policies of local job centres.
What about the
That's
rights
not
of
what your
citizens
oath.
to have conversations with their consultants without
And
someone
if this
filming?
goes online, I will blur that out. The only reason I've recorded that is so that when I send it to the DWP and the ICO, the evidence is there.
What would you like? It's obviously it's up to you whether you want him to stay or not. But
Can I have your mic?
of course you can.
God, this Irish constable is a right prick.
The officer references breach of the peace, often used as a preventative power where violence is imminent. The auditor counters that sitting quietly and recording does not meet that threshold. This appears to be the turning point. Without imminent violence or a clear criminal offense, the legal justification for removal becomes increasingly fragile. The conversation circles, but the foundation for force remains absent. Threats and escalating language. Watch carefully, because the officers are about to make a decision that completely shifts the power dynamic inside this building.
You're not too bad, to be fair. I'll give you dues. You're a lot more calm and professional. He's a bit of a prick.
Don't say that about my colleague, please.
But he is. He is.
There's no reason.
There's
to
absolutely
say
every need.
There
There
is.
is. There is. I'm not calling you a prick. You haven't even got a blue line badge on. I appreciate that as well. But no, your colleague is. Likes to flout his ego and think that he's got all controlling power over me, but he doesn't. Until an offence has been committed, you have no power.
We didn't say we had any.
He did. He's threatened to put hands on me to remove me from this building.
He never did that.
He threatened it. He said he was going to.
You have it all recorded.
Yes.
What did he say?
He said he's going to assist them in removing me from the building.
And that's threatening.
Yes, it is. That's a threat of an assault because you don't have that power.
That's a threat of assault.
Yes, you don't have that power to put hands on me for a civil matter.
Assist.
Assisting how? How else would you assist other than to physically remove me if I refuse?
We can assist.
Assist how? Assist how? What, physically? Physically?
We can.
You cannot. You cannot. And I'll be taking this up with who's your supervisor, for example? Who's like in charge of Islington area?
You can find that out.
The commissioner. Is it commissioner? No, commander, isn't it? Commander, you call it. Your local commander. Okay.
They've changed their mind and they're willing to let you stay.
Because they know that you've got nothing that you can do. Bugger off. Bugger off. I'm done. Bugger off. Bugger off. Exactly. So what? Exactly. We could have figured it out 10 minutes ago. You didn't have to stay here all this time, did you? Bugger off. See you later, mate. There we go, guys. So yeah, Irish constable, bit of a prick. Yeah, they will be getting complaints for the threat of trying to physically remove me, which they don't have the power to do. And yeah, the ICO and the MP for the DWP will be getting the footage for the breaches of data protection. Breaches of data under data protection. Absolutely disgusting, that Irish constable. What an absolute prick.
Abruptly, the officers disengage. After discussing removal and hinting at force, they step back and leave. This typically signals recognition that no criminal offense has been committed and that civil trespass does not grant automatic authority for physical ejection by police. The absence of action speaks louder than the earlier threats.
There we go. Just wanted to say before I go, I'm really, really happy that you didn't put yourself in a position that you would have got fired from your job for, because honestly, I'm sure you're aware it's in your company policies not to get physical with anyone.
Just trying to
I know you're trying to keep the peace. I know you are. I know.
Like I said,
Yeah, yeah.
and we can understand that.
Yeah, yeah.
At no time should we don't have that reasonable for. At no time should we touch somebody.
And that's self-defense. That's the only time.
Mouth to mouth.
Yes, yeah,
We
exactly.
told you what the policy is.
Yes, yeah, I
But you
understand.
also have your opinion. So
Yeah,
we take the
absolutely. And then we
punishment.
can talk about that politely, and I appreciate that. But I mean, under the law, you have the right to use reasonable force for a trespasser, but your policy for G4S says never, unless it's in self-defense, and you would end up getting fired. So I'm really happy that you didn't do that, and this is where the police can be dangerous because they could have put you in a position where you would have got physical with me. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you wouldn't.
Thank you.
But again, it's still things like this. I can see people's names here, like work coats. You know, all that information. That shouldn't be on display, my friend. And this is what I was trying to say in the first instance, is that I should not be able to see that information.
All right, thank you.
It's very dangerous, people's information.
Thank you.
I'll forward that to the bosses upstairs because I'm sure they've told you to do this. But I'll be forwarding it to the bosses upstairs in the government, and I'll make sure that things get changed because it's not okay, guys. All right.
All right, thank you.
Also, since they listen to you, could you also let them know to include the mobile phone recording supposed to be written down there?
No, that kind of goes against what I want, doesn't it?
Yes, that's what we want.
But yeah, if that
Then
goes
you should
against what I
notify
want,
them,
that's
right?
something
Don't you think?
that's not something I want to enforce. That's something you want to enforce. So you can
So
chase
it's
them on that
going to
channel.
be enforced.
With the police gone, the atmosphere softens immediately. The auditor debriefs calmly with the security guard, clarifying that his earlier warnings were not personal attacks, but legal realities. The conversation becomes educational rather than confrontational, exploring the difference between corporate policy and statutory authority.
So what are you
Yeah.
going to do? What's going to happen to you?
Oh, I mean, I would probably still ignore the sign because it's still a public place and it's a government building, and
No.
I would still want to come in here because the thing is yeah,
Using
because
your mobile
the thing is
phone,
if
even though it says
yeah, okay, but then if I came in here not recording, okay, I came here with my phone in my pocket, and then I see, for example, you have the appointment list, okay, and I'm not recording. At that point, okay, I would take my phone out and start recording for evidence. The evidence of a crime, okay, overrides. It is a crime. Data protection is a crime. The ICO can
But you still
prosecute.
record.
Yes, but then that need to record evidence
Thank you very much.
overrides the policy to not record. The need for evidence overrides it. The same with police. Like, you know, they have body cameras. They can come in here. They'll start recording because the need for evidence is higher than your policy. And that's where the difference comes in. When I come in here and I notice data breaches and government employees being very rude to claimants, the evidence outweighs the need. The need for evidence outweighs the policy to not record in
What
here.
if the policy changed to the need of only record if you have a job, if you're looking for a job, not record, take
pictures,
photos,
but-
and stuff.
But then, okay, so say for example I come in and I have had a brain injury and I have really bad memory issues, okay, and I come in and I'm recording, it's very clear that I'm recording, and I'm talking to the camera, so when I look back I know what I've done this day, I know what I've seen, I know who I've spoken to, but then because the policy says only to take pictures,
But
G4S
none
might
of
approach
us-
me and become very aggressive
Yeah.
without asking the correct questions, and that's a big issue as well. Like a recording device can be a device that can be used to help people with also, if I have anxiety, like crippling anxiety,
You-
recording the situation might make my anxiety less.
Yeah,
There are
I would say
situations.
like we will notify you recording is not allowed.
Yeah,
But if you mention you have like, for example,
Yeah.
memory problems,
Sure.
that you like take screenshot or record of the
yeah. But then,
then that's okay.
but then under data protection, nobody is like, you remember when COVID and there was like the whole issue of wearing masks. If somebody came in not wearing a mask, you weren't allowed to ask them why they're not wearing a mask because it's discrimination against a disability. Somebody with a disability, with memory issues, with crippling anxiety that needs to record, they should not have to go around for their whole life explaining to somebody what they have, what's wrong with them.
A deeper nuance emerges. Privacy versus public interest documentation. The auditor argues that exposing potential mishandling of personal data justifies his presence. While staff may feel uncomfortable, he maintains that gathering evidence of possible wrongdoing serves a wider public purpose. Whether viewers agree or not, the legal question remains separate from the emotional one.
And why they need this
But
assistance.
these people, if they don't know who you are,
Yeah. So the best thing. So exactly the best thing. Unless I'm going up to these people and shoving a camera in their face and trying purposely to get personal information for what looks like malicious intent, your job should be to observe and report to the manager, and then that's all your job should be, you know. And as long as I'm not doing anybody any harm. When I came in, all I said to you was about the appointment list and the data. Other than that, all I was doing is walking around, looking at this information. I'm not harming anybody, you know. And it's not everybody, like, I have a YouTube channel, and I've told you anything personal, I'm going to blank out. That I will. Like, I'm not here to expose anybody for being here, or being on benefits, or private information. It's not what I'm here to do.
Also, don't expose my face.
Pardon?
Also, don't expose.
Unfortunately, you're an employee that's paid by the government, and you are a big part of this. You're a big
scared
part.
Your response to
I
that
know.
because you said.
No, you're a big part of the story, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, I'm the leader.
Well, but people are going to love you. You're the most polite person in this building, I would say. You are polite as well, sir. But you are extremely polite and very diplomatic. You'll get a very good response on that. But yeah.
So when is your next appointment?
What, a job centre? Oh, I don't need one. I don't need job centre appointments. YouTube pays very well.
Really?
Yeah.
How much do you make?
I won't discuss that, but I wouldn't want to make you blush. But yeah.
I want to know. Maybe I can become a YouTuber.
I would recommend it. That's all I'll say.
Do you think so?
I won't tell you the exact views, but I would recommend it if you have knowledge on something that you can give talks on. ASMR.
I think YouTubers are more about confidence.
Yeah.
I wonder what type of personality.
I was very nervous when I first started doing this. Very nervous. The confidence comes with time. To be honest, it really does. Like the first time I was approached by the police like that, I'd be shaking, I'd be stuttering.
So how long did it take you to memorize the laws?
Not too long, a couple of months here, and like the more you do it, the more you have to. When I first started, I would always say to people, if you're ever unsure in a situation, step away, look it up, and then go back if you're right. But you get to a point. I've been doing this just over a year now, so like I've been doing it a while.
Probably, I'm sure other people are also doing it. I feel like
there's
I don't know whether it's you or not before I started this job.
There's quite a few people that do this sort of thing.
Do you guys have a meeting or something?
No. Some people meet up and do like videos together. I like to go out by myself. It's safer.
So what kind of response do you get from the viewers?
Viewers, generally very positive. There are some people that disagree with what I say and they're very negative. There's like 2 or 3 that like send like very, very hateful emails, like threats and all sorts. I could report them to the police, but I'm like, it's not really affecting me. But yeah, so some really, really don't like it, but there's generally a lot of support for it. And it depends on your approach. Like I'll come in and I'll be polite on the first instance. Like, I was quite polite with the police to begin with. When they start overstepping their authority, you will see a different side of me. Like, we all have different sides to ourselves. But I won't be pushed around and bullied around, especially by the police. Like, as I said to the police, they take an oath to uphold the rights of citizens, not to be bodyguards for the government and for buildings. They take that oath states that they are to uphold the rights of the Crown's citizens. And they were willing to impede on that just then. They were willing to assist you physically in removing me while exercising a right. We have the right to freedom of expression, which is Article 10 of our human rights. And that basis, we have the right to gather and disseminate information for the public, for an audience. And especially things like this when this is why I tend to stick to government bodies.
Have you been kicked or they use force?
In a job centre, never by the police in a job centre. By G4S I have, and that's the 2 that got fired. It was in London somewhere, I can't remember which one it was now. Down Walworth, maybe? Somewhere that area.
Is that west?
Yeah, West London, I think. Yeah, I can't remember exactly where it was now, but yeah, they were very aggressive.
The exchange humanizes both sides. The auditor explains his channel and approach, while maintaining his stance on the original complaint. This segment demonstrates how quickly tensions dissolve once enforcement pressure disappears. Dialogue replaces dominance when authority is no longer asserted aggressively.
Oh, you're going on your break. I'll leave you to it. It's very nice talking to you anyway. You take care, guys. But yeah. There we go. Yeah, a very, very pleasant G4S, which is a huge, huge change there. The Irish constable was an absolute prick. Was not happy with him at all. But yeah, he will definitely be reported to the IOPC. Yeah, so yeah, we're definitely going to report that constable. for his behaviour, his threats of physical violence in aiding someone in a civil trespass issue. They do not have that authority. And that constable should know that. And he was just, very aggressive, very rude. For somebody exercising their right, which he took an oath to uphold. So we're gonna crack on now, guys. I don't know what the time is here. We're at 4 o'clock. Yeah, we've got time for some more. But yeah, we're gonna crack on. Move up to, I think, Chadwell Heath needs a revisit. From what I've seen earlier on YouTube, Chadwell Heath hasn't been done in quite some time. So yeah, I think I'm gonna look up how far that is from here and head up that way, guys. Maybe have a look at Forest Gate and Ilford along the way, because I think they're along the line. So do some revisits. And there we have it. So yeah, their collar number was Charlie November, which was the same as the sergeant that pulled into the police station here. And yeah, so we're going to have a look at that. Yeah, look at this one. We've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 constables there. We'll stop a bus stop. They do like stopping at bus stops, these guys. And obstructing the bus stop. A lot of these vehicles that were here, though, all up on this side, appear to have moved. But yeah, we've still got that van and that van moving on their way. So looks like they just kind of stood around, chatting a little bit while they just obstruct the bus stop. So now, like, these people here stood at the bus stop. I'm curious to see where this bus is going to stop here now to let these passengers on. We've got a van here, a van there, a car down there. So the bus is now going to have to stop in the main carriageway to allow passengers to board. Because these constables want to stand around and have a little chat. And one with a white baseball cap. I'll take a few pictures of that one. So yeah, there we go, guys. Until the next one, remember your rights. Don't be bullied around by the cops, especially when they start threatening you with violence and stuff, saying that they're going to assist them in removing you. And they don't have the power to do that. They only have the power to do that in an aggravated trespass, not in a civil matter. Ridiculous clown. Yeah, until next one, guys, remember your rights, stay safe, and as always, Tara.
The video closes with a follow-up outside, noting police parking decisions, a reminder that accountability applies universally. 3 clear lessons emerge. First, civil trespass is generally a matter for courts, not immediate physical removal by police. Second, breach of the peace requires genuine risk of violence, not mere disagreement. Third, calm persistence under pressure often forces clarity where threats fail. If you found this breakdown insightful, leave your thoughts below and subscribe for more UK audit analysis. This content is educational, not legal advice. Always verify laws applicable in your area.